Okay, so guys, welcome back. Well, I'm still here in Notorious. I'm still here in the Notorious Kingdom, Tiny Empires, fishing POF Club Gaming in Second Life, and I'm at the other buoy, and of course, we are going to start fishing here as well. And there you go. Started casting. Let's take a look at the list of buoy or boys. Buoy. Okay, so I think I've been to all of this. Yeah, I've been to all of these places. Except maybe for the Wet and Wild Beach Club. Maybe I should go there next. And I'm still here in Second Life with my avatar fishing for Linden Dollars. Okay, so since fishing, there aren't really anything exciting when you're fishing. Let's go see if we can find something interesting to watch. Well, I'm looking, I can't seem to find any. Let's go search for, Second Life. Okay, what do we have here? Changed everything. This was like 2 months ago. Let's go, anyway. Oh my goodness, why are they like, Okay, let's go watch this one. Second Life, the internet's forgotten metaverse.
This wasn't science fiction. It was Second Life, a metaverse that captivated the world 20 years before today's hype. But if it was so revolutionary, why did almost everyone abandon it?
Because it couldn't scale properly. That's why it couldn't scale. You can't have a successful metaverse if you can only have less than 100 people on a region.
The movie's vision of digital reality was not just science fiction to him, it was a challenge. Rosedale wanted to build a place where people could live out another version of themselves, not just play a character, but actually create and inhabit a world of their own making. He called the first prototype Linden.
And
it was rough, a far cry from the sprawling.
I would say that it was a success, because in Second Life you can live an alternate life separate from your own. That's why I don't get why people are so obsessed with first life or real life when they're in Second Life. They would always ask, where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? Seriously, it's Second Life. Where I'm from doesn't matter.
No quests, not even a currency. The only goal was to build and exist. Rosedale's team debated what to call this new world. Linden World sounded too much like a company playground. They wanted something that captured the ambition, a place as big as real life. The name?
Again, the reason why Second Life failed is because it couldn't scale.
Reality itself.
You know, companies back in the day, Marvel even did they even had a presence in Second Life when the first Iron Man movie launched.
Being discovered. But at the heart
So companies would do events and it was
would belong
effing laggy.
not its makers. The code in the company could provide the tools, but the soul of the place would come from the people inside. That philosophy would shape every
That is one of the reasons I believe it couldn't scale.
to public launch.
Even now in 2026, if you have like 10 to 20 people in one location, oh my goodness, the lag is insane. For example, right now here in the Notorious Kingdom, the reason why I'm not looking the other way is because all the features are there and it would lag as hell. So how many people are here in Notorious Kingdom? There are 67. So it's the sim or the region is not full.
Let's continue. Early geography was a patchwork of neighborhoods.
But
named after a
I
sand
had to limit my draw distance
roots.
and
Residents like stellar
lower avatar complexity limit,
not a finished game.
because if not,
The world's first structures were experiments.
it's gonna lag as hell.
Towers, abstract sculptures.
I don't understand. In Second Life's 2 decades of existence, they have never, ever
But the vision belonged
fixed,
to the people inside.
resolved,
Philip Rosedale
or
for a place as big as real life.
eliminate
Size.
lag in the game. They never ever improved. Well, that's harsh.
The scaffolding
Obviously, they were able to improve the servers, but
would look like. If someone wanted to build a castle,
is it really an improvement if
floating island,
you
nothing
can't have
but their own imagination and a
people
prim
near you? And if you do, you're going to lag as hell?
was always
Ah.
shifting. One day, a field might sprout a medieval village, the next, a neon-lit dance floor. Residents didn't just decorate the world, they owned it, piece by piece, with
Yes, in Second Life,
created and placed by hand.
you can be anything.
The lack of
You can do anything. You can create anything you can imagine. The only limit is your imagination. That is what Second Life is.
value wasn't measured in dollars, but in creativity and agency. That would soon change, as the things residents built began to take on real-world value. The arrival of the Linden Dollar changed everything. Before the currency, Second Life was a playground for creativity.
If you're looking for a true play-to-earn game, you don't need to do any of those.
Residents could now buy
Again, if you are looking for a play-to-earn game,
a digital
you don't have to get into any of those Metaverse scam
outside the
based on the blockchain and crypto,
just reward building. It rewarded
because there is a legit one running right now, and that is Second Life.
the avatar of island
Second Life is play to earn.
teacher from China.
How do you play to earn? By becoming part of the economy,
Virtual land, flipping parts
by becoming a creator, by providing services,
her effort
because people will pay for those creations and they will pay for those services.
cashing out over $1 million US made entirely inside Second Life. Her story landed on the cover of Business Week. The headlines wrote themselves, "Real riches from imaginary real estate." Every transaction, whether a designer selling digital clothes, an architect renting out a skybox, or a musician playing a virtual show, flowed through the Linden Dollar. The Lindex worked like a stock exchange, with rates shifting on supply and demand.
Yeah, this video is great. This video is great because it's explaining
could strike gold.
what Second Life is and what Second Life is all about. It's all about
Issued new currency with
users or avatars, creativity, and imagination coming to life.
fees in US dollars. But they also received stipends in Linden Dollars, which they could use to rent out property or pay for services. Marketplace sales and transaction fees kept the economy circulating, with the company skimming a small cut. At its peak, the in-world economy handled hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and thousands of residents earned real income, some even making a living entirely from their virtual work.
Even today, the popular creators are still making money in Second Life.
A single avatar could transform creativity
If you have a good idea and you can implement it,
into a living experiment in digital capitalism.
you can become,
Game and reality blurred.
you can make it,
While it
and you can make it
had arrived.
a successful venture in Second Life.
2006,
You'll earn actual income.
digital hangout.
Actually, back in 2009, when my fishing rods were popular, I was able to cash out
Newsstands and websites.
2,000
Suddenly, the world's biggest brands
2,000 US dollars.
set up a virtual
That was the biggest amount I was able to cash out in Second Life. Today,
opened a bureau staffed by an actual reporter, filing
unfortunately,
from inside the grid.
I also didn't scale up
Meetings and tech demos. Betting
because now Second Life is all about mesh.
cars in virtual
So if you're making something
weren't far behind.
and it's not made of mesh,
Launched official embassies,
good luck with that.
passports and consular services to anyone with an internet connection. Even the rock stars showed up. U2 tribute concerts packed virtual arenas, drawing thousands of avatars and pushing the servers to
No, they're not.
added
They're not drawing thousands of avatars. That will crash a region. That will crash a sim.
Each event was another headline, and each headline was another rush of curious newcomers logging in to see what the fuss was about. For a brief window, it felt as if every corner of culture was converging on this digital frontier. Magazine editors sent correspondents to report on virtual crime. Advertising agencies pitched campaigns that blurred the line between the real and the imagined. The world's first virtual millionaire, Anshi Chung, became a media sensation, her digital fortune discussed on talk shows and business panels alike. The numbers told their own.
Yeah, she's still
Accounts were registered.
I guess a real estate magnate. Magnate. Okay, not magnet. Magnet.
Snapped up prime virtual real estate. The in-world economy
She's still really big in Second Life. She owns like a lot of land in Second Life, private land in Second Life.
seemed like anything was possible, and everyone wanted a piece. But behind the curtain, the flood of attention brought its own challenges. The grid strained under the weight of so many new residents, each one eager to build
Exactly.
or simply explore.
It didn't scale up.
That began as a quiet experiment was now a global stage, and the pressure was building. Every new resident who logged in during the boom years ran headlong into the same wall: lag. The promise of a seamless digital world crashed against the reality of mid-2000s era hardware and the architecture that powered Second Life. At its core, the grid was divided into 256-meter squares called regions, each managed by a single simulator process. One region, one CPU core, no exceptions. When too many avatars crowded into a concert or a corporate launch, the simulator could not keep up. The world itself would slow down, a phenomenon known as time dilation. Animations stuttered, chat messages arrived out of order, and
We just call it lag. Time dilation is like
the most
something
frustration was resin.
that is based in the real world. Yeah, time dilation do exist.
They streamed
It's how do I explain this?
A bustling nightclub might look like a grid
It's when you travel
stuck as
closer to the speed of light,
systems struggled to send
time slows down. But in Second Life, time dilation simply means lag. Okay?
Reloading and
It simply means lag.
the experience felt like watching paint dry. Second Life's codebase, built for a smaller, simpler world, could not scale with the explosion of user-generated
Exactly. See?
scripts ran
I haven't watched this video,
cycles.
but he's saying,
A complex
he said the same thing that I was saying earlier. Second Life couldn't scale up.
lab wrestled with legacy decisions.
It could never scale up.
Asset serialization
And I don't know what
that just was not.
Linden Lab is doing about it.
One engineer later recalled, "We optimized like mad, but the world kept growing faster than we could." For newcomers,
If optimizing didn't work, maybe you need to rewrite the code.
how could it ever be real? Trust in Second Life's economy took a hit in late 2006 with the
Because you cannot optimize a broken code.
furniture
Well, you can up to a certain extent.
to the original.
And once you reach that limit,
The forums erupted.
you couldn't optimize it anymore. And when that happens,
Their work was cloned.
you'll need to rewrite the code.
Flooded Linden Lab demanding protection. But technical fixes proved elusive, and the company's response leaned on policy and takedowns rather than airtight code. For many creators, the sense of ownership that once powered Second Life's boom began to erode. The shocks did not stop there. In 2007, the US government's Unlawful Internet Gambling Enforcement Act forced Linden Lab to ban all in-world gambling. Overnight, the casinos
Yeah. By the way, they do still exist, by the way. Okay. Casinos still do exist. They are in a special region called gaming region. So we have the general regions, we have the moderate regions, we have the adult regions, and then there is a special type of region called gaming region.
surveys from the era showed that most new users logged out for good within their first
You can't get into a gaming region
crisis, and the gambling
because it's limited and restricted to countries that allow gambling.
for newcomers
So if you're in a country that doesn't allow gambling,
made the risks of
you won't be able to enter a gaming region.
the world that once promised endless possibility now felt unpredictable, and a sense of caution settled over the grid. Second Life's business model was simple but durable. Sell virtual land and let residents shape the world. Unlike modern platforms built on ads or data, Linden Lab's main revenue still comes from monthly land fees. Each month, thousands of users pay real dollars to own a slice of the grid, sometimes for a private island.
So if you're active in Second Life, you can enjoy the entire grid without becoming a subscriber or a premium user.
With around
You can enjoy the grid
users
as a free user.
from every
You can own land as a free user.
isn't just surviving, it's thriving.
It's not Linden land because you can buy or you can rent land from Anshi, Anshi Chung. You can rent land from her. In fact, I don't think she owns the land that I'm renting on,
Second Life
but there are a lot of realty or real estate
or outside investors. This approach has
owners, land owners that are renting their land.
user-owned world can endure when it's built on real commitment instead of fleeting attention. Long before the word metaverse became a silver
Although the population of Second Life has reduced for like before it would reach 100K, now it jumps from 20 to 40K every day.
just ours.
And they say most of them are bots. I doubt it. I doubt. There are definitely bots in Second Life, but
And real.
I wouldn't say that most
First experiment.
are bots.
Reality headsets.
Most are still human-controlled avatars.
Strapping on early prototypes
You'll know if
through their own
You'll know if an avatar is a bot or not,
like the annual second
especially if you've been in Second Life for a long time.
drew thousands, proving that digital gatherings could feel as meaningful as any physical one. Designers today
Another issue with Second Life, this is supposed to be a social game, but no one talks in Second Life. Look at this. No one talks in public chat. Everyone talks in IM, everyone talks in group chat. No one talks in public chat.
but the foundation. Modern Metaverse projects often stumble where Second Life found answers. How to foster belonging, how to balance freedom with safety, and how to let users become more than just consumers. The blueprint is there, written in the code and culture of a world.
Again, if you have a viable product, an interesting product,
While tech giants race to
and you have the skill to make that product or item, you can make good money in Second Life, because once you created that product, you put it up for sale in the marketplace.
not algorithms.
You don't even have to invest money on land, because you can sell your items in the marketplace.
Future are we logging into? Thank you for watching.
And if it's a good product,
Hearing your opinion on this in the comments.
maybe it's a good skin, maybe it's a good body, a good hair, people will buy it. Avatars will buy it. Avatars are always looking for good things. Okay, so the title is The Internet's Forgotten Metaverse. So before Facebook's Metaverse, there was and there is still Second Life. Okay, so I'm looking at this. Oh my goodness, we have here, like, why is there a picture of a child? Again, one of the things that I really don't like about Second Life is Linden Lab allowing child avatars. There you go. Again, I might get a lot of hate for saying that, especially for those who are role-playing as children in Second Life. I'm sorry. It is just me. I just don't like it personally. It's a personal dislike. It is something that I don't like in Second Life, having child avatars. And that is the reason why my land is in an adult region, because the rule is clear. No child avatars in adult regions. If you see a child avatar, you can report it immediately. I don't like it. I think it makes Second Life look bad, and I think it causes a lot of untoward attention to Second Life, and it could be really, really problematic as well. Just look at Roblox. Okay, applying some filter to see what's happening. Look at that, my video right there. Shopping. Find love by finding yourself in Second. Second Life needs better onboarding, so I built one. Oh, really? Okay, let's go check this out from Meta Realities. Second Life needs better. Maybe I should make something like that. instead of a Seven Seas Museum. Yeah, I was trying to make a Seven Seas Museum, but I don't really interact with the Seven Seas community anymore. Don't get me wrong, I love Seven Seas. As I've said earlier, back in 2009, I made like 2,000 US dollars in Second Life because of Seven Seas. It fed my kids, it fed my family for a few years. So yeah, I love Seven Seas, but I don't really interact with um I don't really interact with the Seven Seas community anymore. In fact, my early experience with the Seven Seas community was really bad. When Seven Seas was starting, they reported me for cheating. Yeah, the Seven Seas community reported me for cheating. Why did they reported me for cheating? Well, I was using, instead of fishing rod, I was using a sword. Because I learned that the scripts used by Seven Seas in the fishing rods, they are transfer. So what I did, I took a sword that is modifiable and I transferred the scripts from the fishing rod to the sword. I did not change anything. So what happened was, instead of a fishing rod, I was like using a sword to fish. And that started the customs, I believe. And I was reported for cheating. And I had the creator of Seven Seas had to message me. And he told me that I was reported for cheating, and I explained what happened, and yeah, it wasn't cheating. There wasn't any cheating happening. Transferring the scripts to another object didn't really do anything. It just changed the look of the object. So instead of a fishing rod, I was using a sword. And then I also, because was it copyable? I don't remember if the fishing rod was copyable. And then afterwards, the creator of Seven Seas introduced the open seas system, where creators can create their own customs. But yes, my first experience with the Seven Seas communities wasn't that good. I was reported by the community for cheating. And even back then, when I was like selling, or when my custom fishing rods were popular in Seven Seas, I wasn't really interacting with the community much. So there was like another avatar who was like, I guess she was voluntarily doing the PR, I guess. And I was just in my hole building custom fishing rods. Right now, I kind of, well, I'm still making, but again, my building skills are limited to the building tools available in Second Life itself. I have no skills in building things in Blender or any 3D or any other 3D programs. I did try to learn, but I just couldn't figure things out. I guess if someone was like teaching me, showing me how to do things in real life, maybe. But learning by myself was like, what is this thing? Why? What? The interface alone was already overwhelming. You'd think Second Life has a high learning curve. Blender has a very high learning curve. I guess you can say that my brain just couldn't process what I'm looking at in Blender. Actually, I'm using my latest fishing rod. So this is I call this the simple fishing rod because it's simple and it's a smaller version of my previous fishing rods. And this one is free. Anyone can get this in the marketplace for free. And you can use this in any fishing games that have an invisible fishing rod mode. For example, virtual fishing, you can turn the fishing rod invisible so you can wear a custom fishing rod. Or if you just don't want to show the fishing rod itself. And Seven Seas has an invisible fishing rod. Okay, so let's go watch this. Second Life needs better onboarding, so I built one. It's not loading, it's just buffering.
So you've heard the stories. Second Life, the Wonderland, the Wasteland, the Head.
Okay, there you go. It finally started.
Maybe you joined once, logged in, stared at the screen, wondered why the cool avatars from the ads didn't magically appear on your screen. I remember that feeling, the quiet annoyance, the slow sinking, oh, this is going to take work. The truth is,
Oh, I never cared about that.
can be everything you saw in those ads.
Yeah, for a long time, my avatar wasn't made of mesh because
Probably shouldn't trust
they were
anyway.
expensive. There were no free ones. But today is a different matter. There are
That number's
free mesh avatars out there, mesh bodies, free mesh bodies, free mesh heads,
pretended I was done with all this.
free mesh clothings or clothes.
Right now.
It's very different now.
This is my sim, my house, my partner who lives in Portugal, my friends
Why is he shirtless?
like mismatched souvenirs. None of it came prepackaged. And that's the part people never see.
The fact
Second Life
the
doesn't
fact that she has her own sim,
little quest line.
she's spending money in Second Life. Because
Congratulations.
having your own sim or region is not free.
You watched the
It's super expensive.
story.
I don't know how much it is today. It could be over $100 a month
Even the
to
avatar.
have your own region or sim.
Here, creating a body is an art form with a twisted sense of humor. This isn't The Sims or Inzoi with tidy rows of sliders and presets. Second Life gives you layers, then more layers, then systems stacked on top of systems, as if someone bet they could break your.
You'll have like an 80K inventory in Second Life.
You get a starter folder.
You can have
No.
an 80K inventory.
Where useful. You can wear it and pass for fine, the way a half-baked cake technically counts as dessert. It'll get you through the first hour, maybe two. But nothing here happens by miracle. Your avatar is work. Everything is in Second Life. And that's what makes it feel real once it finally clicks. I've spent literal thousands on my avatar. I won't dress that up.
Literal thousands. Is it US dollars or Linden Dollars? I would assume she's saying US dollars. Because again, if you
that I wrote a guide, a real one.
the legacy or the mesh body legacy
When Second Life
mesh bodies, oh my goodness, why is the brand named mesh body? It's so
survive a little.
confusing.
If you're new, consider this your first
Mesh body legacy
quiet.
plus 5,000 Linden dollars. That is almost 20 US dollars.
We walked through the mess. My sim wasn't handed to me. I pay for it. Every
See, she paid for it
little debit.
because this
Little reminder that nothing in Second Life comes without a bill attached.
this there's nothing free in Second Life. I might be getting free Linden dollars from fishing, but someone paid for those Linden dollars.
For my own space, my own choices, my own stuff.
That is why if you are into building and you want to have as much space as you can have,
Magic.
try A Live Virtual. Because if you sign up for A Live Virtual,
I know my limit.
they will give you a free region.
My friends then wrestle
256 by 256 square meters of land. Your own region with 10,000 land capacity.
change.
If you are a builder, you can build anything on it.
Bank account glared at me for a week. I rent out a few houses. It softens the blow, helps with the monthly tier that never stops coming. But I still pay the bulk.
That is another problem with
Pay theirs
Second Life, the cost of the server.
because nothing stays beautiful.
It's not cheap.
And my friends,
I believe
they shift
did they lower the cost through the years?
them as real.
I don't know.
Nothing mystical.
But as far as I know, it's not cheap.
They always have. If that hurts in the physical world, it
If you don't have a
Second Life,
source of income in real life,
it just gives it a different.
good luck owning a sim. Unless of course you have a successful business
Months glued at the hip.
in Second Life, you could probably offset the cost of your sim with your earnings because you can cash out Linden dollars, so you can go to the Linden dollar exchange it back to US dollars, and then use the US dollars to pay for your sim.
Slip past the screen.
You can do that
Become more.
if you have a successful venture or business in Second Life. If not, then you'll be like me,
No one really explains Second Life to you.
visiting
Try.
land after land, looking for
It becomes what
looking for ways to earn free Linden dollars.
it's away from. If you'd rather trust the rumors without ever logging in, that's your choice. Second Life isn't for everyone. It never pretended to be. And yes, you need the right gear. People hate hearing that part. Linden Lab keeps pushing to make it easier, lighter, friendlier. Maybe one day it'll run beautifully on a tablet. But today, a decent PC is still the only way you'll see this world the way it's meant to be seen. On top of the avatar guide, I built something else. A quiz.
Because
Not the boring
the problem is,
more like a
even before I had like a much lower end PC, but because it was back in the day, Second Life was Second Life ran on that PC. Now I have like a little bit better PC than the last time, and still Second Life is struggling, and I have to set everything to low. It's because Linden Lab is chasing visual fidelity.
a quick tour. A few
I think they should work
enough to keep
on
wandering into the deep end before you're ready.
on
And if you choose
the internals of Second Life itself.
blueprint, build your avatar.
Let allow regions
Stubborn process
make improvements that will allow regions to
and after all,
uh,
here's the truth.
host 1,000 avatars without lagging,
Second Life
things like that.
until the moment it doesn't.
But right now, they are chasing visual fidelity. I never understand why.
Place that finally feels.
Because 8K, 4K,
If you want to try, I left a few things.
they look the same.
The quiz, the avatar
Unless you zoom in microscopically.
like a map.
Right now we have 4K, and that's why places that has 4K, they load really slow.
That part's up.
2K is already
Second Life,
hard on my PC.
but if you're stubborn enough, you can shape it around yourself.
Anyway, that is a good idea. Maybe the problem is uploading textures. So I'll create like, because it's better to have posters with clear instructions and information than having note card givers. The problem is uploading textures costs Linden Dollars, and here I am fishing for very few Linden Dollars, only to spend it on uploading textures. Again, that was not a problem back then because I was like selling a lot of custom fishing rods. But now, even free, no one buys my fishing rods anymore. Because they're dated, I guess. They're dated. And even if you go around in fishing areas, a lot of avatars are fishing, but they're not holding any fishing rods. They don't like the look of holding a fishing rod while fishing. I know it doesn't make sense, right? But it's Second Life. Nothing makes sense in Second Life. Okay, Sunday grid drive. Second Life, this is mine, create your style. Free gifts, 400 Linden Dollar gift cards. Yeah, look at the avatars on this thumbnail, and look at my avatar. You can see that my avatar was like made of free items. And while their avatars are like made of really expensive looking items, or maybe it's just photography. Okay, I just suck at taking good pictures in Second Life. Create your style, world, and story in Second Life. This is a short. Second Life, Shirewood. Okay. Look at my videos. 0 views. Oh my goodness. This is another one of my videos. Look at that, 7 views. This was like 4 days ago. Yeah. Okay, so here we have the mesh Zeus. Oh my goodness. Mesh Zeus. Well, at least my videos are showing in YouTube search, right? New animation software for Second Life, Lockguard Animator Preview. Lockguard Animator. Okay, let's see. Let's set the filter to today. Okay, so there's mine 2 hours ago. Okay, so there are the results are not all about Second Life. I don't know why. Yeah, they're not all about Second Life. As in the Metaverse, not. Okay, so life always offers you a second chance. Any date. Okay, let's try any date. The disgusting dark side of Second Life. Yeah, because of the ability of anyone to create anything as long as they can imagine it. There are a lot of shady things in Second Life. Because in a way, Second Life is like the internet. In the internet, as long as you can think of it, you can have your own space and post whatever you want. And just like the internet, if you're not searching for things like that, then you wouldn't find it. You will only find them if you search for them. In the internet, if you're not searching for porn, you wouldn't find porn because porn will not go and look for you. The same with Second Life. If you're not looking for porn in Second Life, then porn will not find you as well. It's the same in Twitter. Did you know? Did you guys know that there is porn in Twitter? You don't see it because you're not looking for it. But if you start looking for it, you will find it. There is porn in Twitter or X. There is even porn in YouTube. They are immediately deleted, but there are people who are, for some weird reason, are constantly uploading porn in YouTube. I think even in Twitch. I've seen like channels that were streaming porn. Again, they don't exist for long, but they do exist. Look at this. Now in Second Life, we now have this thing called PBR. I don't fully understand PBR, but it's here. From how I understand it, it makes things more natural looking, something like that. It's a more advanced version of texturing. So yeah, I don't fully understand it. So if you are in a viewer that doesn't support PBR and you go into a location that has PBR objects or PBR enabled objects or things, you will see plywood. Unless, of course, the creator of those objects implemented a fallback feature. Because you can have a fallback feature by using the old style textures. They call it bling something, bling pong, I think. I don't know why it's called like that. It's weird. But there are creators that don't do that. So yeah, if you are in a non-PBR viewer and you're seeing plywood all over the place, it's because those objects uses PBR. And because your viewer is non-PBR, your viewer can't display the texture or textures on the objects. So your viewer will display the default texture, which is the plywood. Okay, so this is an interesting video, why new players quit and how we could help them stay. Really? Can you really make someone who wants to quit stay? How? Now I'm interested. Let's go and watch this video by Oema. I hope I'm saying her name correctly, Oema. If not, I apologize. Whoa, music! Why is there music? Please, no more music.
In a simple, concrete, and positive way.
Look at her avatar.
But with
She spent like thousands of Linden Dollars on her avatar alone.
helping them stay is what really decides whether a project grows or not.
Music! I hope the music is not, I hope the music is not commercial and it's available to be used in YouTube.
Friends, groups, events, shared creativity. In other words, you're not just entering a piece of software, you're entering a community. And because that idea is so right, there's a natural next step. Social interaction.
Even her video is lagging, okay? See? That is again the reason why Second Life never became successful, because it couldn't scale.
It's hard to
You're adding so many things on your LAN and it's making your LAN laggy.
Second Life is huge.
Look at those particles. Those are particles. And if yeah, that is the reason why this video is lagging badly.
It can feel
I
like
can see, look at that, it's so choppy.
without
It's I'm pretty sure this place is wonderful. It looks beautiful.
and when
But
the map
you can see that even I'm pretty sure the creator of this video has a really powerful machine. But even with her powerful machine,
onboarding system
it's having a hard time rendering the game world or the world
is very
because of all the objects, because of all the grass, because of all the particles that you see around. And she even has shadows. If you're in Second Life and you're struggling with performance, turn off the freaking shadow. You don't need shadows in Second Life.
not just walls of text,
Just saying.
not an endless tutorial to read. Not an experience where you immediately feel lost because you don't understand what is going on. I'm talking about hosts
Look at this.
whose specific job is to guide you, kind
Look at this. You can see how choppy it is. Well, it's not surprising with my own video because I have like a lower end machine and I'm really struggling running Second Life right now. But
clearer entry
I think the creator of this video has a really powerful machine, and yet her video is lagging, especially during the snow scenes. You could see
creativity
that it was chopping. Right now it's a little bit laggy still.
a lesson, but a welcome. A short, simple, well-designed path with one clear goal. Within the first 30 to 60 minutes, a new user should achieve 3 key results. The first result,
Also, if you're going to join Second Life,
be able to hear and speak
you need to know why you're joining Second Life.
smoothly enough to feel
What is your goal? Are you
frame rate
looking to play a game? If you're looking to play a game,
and graphic settings adjusted.
you are going to be very disappointed because Second Life is not a game.
Inventory and basic controls. Being able to walk, sit, teleport, open
Second Life is more of a platform to build things on.
doing all of this in their own language.
So if your goal is
Because when you are new,
to become a creator,
instructions in your ahead.
You have some skills in making things in a 3D program. You've seen there is a
Feeling
lack of
the avatar. It doesn't
inexpensive mesh bodies, and you plan to provide that.
this looks like me. Or at least
Yeah, you can
someone I can be here.
come in and do that, and if your mesh body is
Because in Second Life,
great,
the avatar
looks
uses
good,
cosmetic
and it's
detail
inexpensive with a lot of bells and whistles,
to communicate.
and can compete with the expensive ones in terms of quality,
Most important. Creating a first,
you will find success in Second Life.
a friend in the context.
But if you're looking to play a game,
a promise to meet again at an event, a chat where someone answers.
you need to go to somewhere else.
When someone has a place to come
Play
to,
World of Warcraft,
has
I
waiting
guess.
for them.
Play Final Fantasy.
It's no
Is it
longer
14? I think it's 14.
It becomes, I'm starting to be part
Play Guild Wars 2. There you go. See, you can see how laggy it was.
become closed bubbles. They should be bridges into the rest of Second Life. After the first welcome, hosts should accompany new users outwards towards real, living communities that match their interests. Live music, if they love music. Exhibitions and installations, if they care about art. Avatar and fashion areas, if they want to express themselves with style. Creative communities, if they want to build, learn, or collaborate. And this is not just a teleport and goodbye. It's an introduction. Here is this place. Here are these people. This is how it works, and this is where you can come back tomorrow. This is why I think this approach fits perfectly into a growth strategy. If the message to the outside world is, Second Life is about social interaction, then onboarding should help you actually meet people right away.
Second Life is about social interaction, yet no one wants to interact in fear of offending
Events,
everyone.
music, art, incredible communities. The point is to help newcomers.
And there are a lot of super sensitive people in Second Life, I guess. Yeah, there are people who gets upset if you don't reply to them immediately. They seem to don't understand the concept of AFK, and there are a lot of avatars who are AFK in Second Life.
To make it reliable, this needs to be.
Some people would say it's fine, but actually it's not fine, and they would never interact with you ever again. Maybe
You give
they have already blocked you.
clear guidelines and a clear objective. Turn the very first session from confusing
Finding your,
and from
I guess,
into
community or your people that
it would
share
always
your
be
interests
personal. Newcomers matter here.
sometimes can be a tricky
When
one.
someone sends that message, it improves its reputation, word of mouth, and the willingness of people to try it without being afraid of feeling lost. So yes, social interaction is a great marketing angle, but it's also the mechanism that keeps people around. And a language-based welcome run by trained hosts is one of the most concrete ways to make that idea real in everyday experience. If you have the chance to welcome someone on their very first day in Second Life, what is the very first experience you would give them to make them say, "Okay, I'm coming back tomorrow"?
Okay, so this is a very nice video. The only problem I have is that the place looks amazing, but it was lagging. Again, it's Second Life. That's why it's lagging. If it's not lagging, is it still Second Life? Maybe not. Ah, look at that, time over. Okay, so guys, ending the stream here. Ooh, another virtual fishing session has ended. Thank you for watching. Again, subscribe, follow, and all that jazz. And if you want to support the channel, keep it going, make it grow. You can support the channel using the links on screen or in the description of the video. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Whoa, there's someone in chat right here. Thank you, Moyuko, for joining in chat. I just saw your chat message. I'm sorry about that.